Hello and welcome to Emyr's Engineering Solutions, and today we are preparing a grab for a tractor. So I'll just turn the camera around. As some of you who have watched these videos before, you will know that the camera work on it isn't brilliant. We are just filming this on a standard phone, so it does shake slightly, so bear with us. So, this is the grab that's been brought to me. Obviously, it's not a full grab at the moment. The top piece has already been taken off, the piece that would mount into here and come over the actual grab part. Complaints are some rust holes in it. So the customer had asked for these to be patched, but I think what I'll do is I'll cut these out completely and put a new piece in. I think it'll be cheaper in the long run to actually do that, because by the time I've ground that off and cleaned it and found out how far it goes back to cut it, so then I'll have to cut that piece out, then put a piece in and weld round it. You get to the stage where you might as well cut a new piece and just weld the whole lot in, and it's a tidier job at the end. This side's got a bit worse, this side's got a bit more on it. So yeah, so that's one of the complaints. Second complaint is that these brackets, all of you boys from farms, but I'll say it for the ones that don't come from a farming background so they know as well. You buy your machines with no brackets on, 9 times out of 10. You either ask the supplier to weld the brackets on that you want, or you buy the brackets from somewhere like AgriLink and you weld the brackets on. Or likewise, you buy brackets and bring them to someone like myself to weld on. So they're your 3 options. But these brackets are called Euro brackets, and I don't know how they've managed to do it and why it has become a problem, but they've welded these on too close, so it doesn't actually trip the loader to fire the pin through. For those of you who don't use loaders like this, they've got a top bar basically that goes straight across the top between the 2 hooks, just a solid bar, and then the bottom then is spring loaded on a counterlever, and as it hits this what would you call it, eyelet, as it hits there, it has it's quite hard to explain, but as it hits there, it trips the trip and then fires the pin through on both sides, and that's what locks your grab on. So that's another job that needs doing. I have to cut these off, elongate them, put a little bar on to trigger the catch. But the other complaint is worn bushes. All these machines get used and abused to effect. We all jump on the machine, we use them, we give them a grease when we remember about it, but it's, you know, they're over-engineered in effect, but then they're under-engineered to make them cheap. There's no bushes in these at all, so these are just steel on steel with grease, and over years of work, that wears them, obviously. So that's can't show it brilliantly because I'm moving as much as the pin's moving as I'm holding the camera, but you can see there's quite a bit of play there. It shows itself up better with a pin, if you put a pin through. There's quite a lot of play there. So what we propose to do is I've machined these up this morning. We'll come back to that one. These bushes, machined up on the lathe this morning, like I said, will fit in here and are going to be welded into the grab part, which is outside at the moment, the grab part. These are the new pins to fit through here. But you'll still notice that there is some play there. Now, we've got a couple of options. We could bore this hole out bigger and weld a piece into that. That's one option. We could weld this hole up completely and re-drill it. That was my initial thought. I was going to weld it all up completely, grind it off both sides, then drill all the way through. But drilling all the way through, I didn't quite have a bit long enough to go all the way and also you'd start to waver slightly and they'd be out of line. And the other one was if you drill from both sides and mark them. I haven't actually got anywhere to fit the mag drill into there to actually drill this side. So what I propose to do is, like I said, I'd come back to this one, and here we are, we're coming back to it. I'm going to cut this now into, probably make 3 this one. This is actually the offcut of this, so I'll have to get another piece out of the stock. So cut this into 2, maybe 3, and I'll put these on. There's a little burr at the end of this one to show you, but this is basically going to be welded on there, cut down, welded onto there. That'll take up the slack. We've made longer pins to accommodate them, and that'll sort that problem out. Then it's just tidy this up, re-weld this back into here again. This is, oh, that seems to have been welded, but not welded in the right place. The customer wanted it further back here. I thought it actually snapped off, but they've actually re-welded it. So that's there, and then there's a couple of pipes that will need changing. I think the customer wants to do that himself, but that's the work for today.